Hello and welcome to the channel. I'm glad you found us. You've come to the right place. If you love heartwarming stories, inspiring stories, or proper tear-jerking stories, maybe you're the sort of person who likes the odd joke or a good brain-teasing puzzle, make sure you click subscribe and click the little bell when that comes up. That way you get notifications every time we upload great new content for you. Enjoy today's story and make sure you share it with your friends.
Great news, you may actually be super smart. Hey, I like to think I'm a reasonably intelligent guy, don't we all? We do like to have a moan about what we want and what we haven't got, but you don't get a lot of people complaining that they're short of brains, do you? In fact, that's probably one thing we all feel we've got plenty of. But according to the site Like Swifty, there may be a certain group who previously doubted their own intellectual capacity who have a little more buzz in the old grey matter than previously thought. Apparently, being forgetful can be a sign of high intelligence. That came as something of a surprise to me, because I can tell you the last time I put my car keys in the recycling bin because I forgot I even had them in my hand, I wasn't thinking, hey, brainy guy. I usually take this kind of pop science nonsense with a pinch of salt. One scientific study says something one day and another contradicts it the next. You know what I mean. You could scour the internet and find countless articles. As little as 2 glasses of wine per day will make you 1 billion times more likely to develop a brain tumour by the time you're 50, and then the next day it's 4 glasses of red wine per day is the secret to a long and healthy life. You know what I mean. But before we get too cynical and dismissive, there may be a grain of truth in this deep down somewhere, maybe? Apparently, people who are really good at remembering lots of little details struggle with other basic functions like remembering important information and decision making. Something like your brain being all cluttered up with useless stuff, making it difficult for you to prioritise what's important. Maybe it's the other way round. If you're not really that sharp, you store everything, even what isn't needed. So, it could be that people of exceptional intelligence are far more naturally able to disregard unimportant details and just retain and process things which are important. It plays well into the caricature of the dotty old professor forgetting where he put his glasses when they're on the top of his head because he's far more focused on the important matters at hand. I think of old films and can picture this brand of nutty professor in my head. It makes me wonder, maybe this is something we already knew deep down and science has just confirmed it for us. So the next time you're taking a loved one to a nearby brand new restaurant and forget the way there, and they give you some wholly undeserved grief, just remind them who they're talking to, a very clever person, and perhaps they should start calling you Megamind. I'm trying to bring to mind all the times I've forgot something trivial over the years. Maybe I can count them up, and the more of them there are, the cleverer I must be. But of course, I can't remember forgetting them. So I'm either super brainy, or just plain old thick. I'm going to go with super brainy. How about you? Do you have a habit of forgetting silly little things? Is it frustrating because they seem important at the time? Could it be that you simply have an amazing brain which is prioritizing information which helps make you a more decisive person, able to weigh up the pros and cons of a situation quickly without getting confused by trivial details? So it might just be worth giving a little bit of thought to. Are you very forgetful? Are you always leaving your door unlocked or forgetting where you parked your car? It could well be a sign that you have an exceptional brain and you never even knew it. Give it some thought. See if you've missed your true calling, because if you're still breathing, it's not too late. Does this sound like anyone you know? Share these interesting ideas with your friends and family. You never know, you might just be helping the next Einstein to blossom and fulfill their purpose.
Well, if you enjoyed that, our channel is absolutely jam-packed with fantastic content like that. Make sure you click subscribe and click the little bell so you get notifications every time we upload something new. We love to hear your comments as well, so please comment in the boxes below the video and share this with your friends and family. If you enjoyed it, they will too. See you next time.